Our 2 cents.
With Oscar.
Hey, welcome back to our 2 cents. We're doing it again here at Raxo Studios with your host, Oscar. Thank you for all your support. Please hit the subscribe button. It's free to you, and it means the world to me. It means we keep going. It means you are supportive of a content creator who's trying to get his numbers to move from where they've been the last month. But also, we also take matters into our own hand. We also take accountability for what we do and what we haven't done. Anyways, WWR2cents, WOscar.com, R2cents on all social media. Should have said that the first 30 seconds. Anyways, thank you for all your support. Here we are on April 10th, the 10th of the month. That means we are just about a quarter into the month. Time is moving on way too goddamn fast for what I'm used to. If time is moving this fast, can anybody explain to me why is time moving so goddamn fast in this dimension? We've been in this dimension since 2012. And since 2012, I've felt time has gone by faster. And as we go along, it gets more and more fucked up. But what can we do about it? For the last couple of months, at least since I started doing the podcast all by myself, because we lames, we cannot get any conversation. That's what we are, lames. But we're in the works. I need to spend as much time as I used to back in the good old days. Back in the good old glory days of our 2 cents podcast and Raxo Media. Those glory days were the best we've had. We've had amazing conversations. I've had the feedback that I get from a lot of the individuals that I've talked, that have actually listened to my conversations. It's always good. It's always good. The problem is we are not known and we don't know how to publicize everything so it can have more eyes on it. And also the other problem is we don't know how to do things the proper way so that it can resonate with people out in the world. But I don't know what to do. I guess we're just going to keep doing it this way until we realize that we're doing something else wrong. As far as, you see that lag in the camera? That lag I don't like. But that's okay. We deal with it because this is what we have to work with. Now, I used to see it as I'm in the race with everybody out there. I got to beat everybody. But I think I've been looking at it wrong. More than likely I have been. So many things that I do, I've been doing wrong. Let's just put that out into the ether. Let's just put it out in the world. That a lot of the things that we've been doing, we've definitely been doing them wrong. But I will say, I'm not doing so bad myself. I'm not. Because I have to count my blessings, right? Everybody says count your blessings, right? But who really counts their blessings nowadays when we're seeing the world go into a spiral and it's going in the direction that things as we things as we've done them, things as we know them, are about to change. What am I talking about? Well, last week, what happened? So many fucking things. Let's just summarize the whole fucking week. Starting with Bud Light. See, starting with Bud Light. Everybody wants to protest a certain company, whatever the case may be, whatever backlash people want to give a certain company. And their first thought of giving them backlash is, I'm going to go to the store and buy myself their merchandise. Yes, I'm going to go give them my money so that way I can destroy the property that is mine that has that logo that we despise. Right? For the longest, Eisenbrewer, or where the Eisenhower, is it? No, that's the president. No, the beer, like Bud Light. For the longest, Bud Light was a lot of people's favorite drink. Now that Bud Light decides to go with let's see, how do we word this? They decided to go with a different art on their product, right? They decided to go with an LGTB trans logos, colorful flags. I don't know what they're called. Hey, excuse me if I'm being offensive, but I don't fucking know what it's called. I know it's a flag, and it looks like a flag to me, so I'm going to call it a flag. Do you understand? Flag, it's what we're going to call it. The flag, the LGBTQ trans flag, queer, whatever you want to put it in there, but add it in there. Anyways, so people are out in arms, starting with, what is it, the Kid Rock? Yeah, Kid Rock, right? And he's the one that goes out and buys a bunch of Bud Light cases, right? And he grabs his gun and shoots them. Well, that's loud and clear what you're doing, showing either you're bored or you want to prove a point. And obviously by the wording you used at the beginning of the video, you're obviously inciting some sort of violence towards what you hate. But the thing is, don't forget about the violence. But where I'm going with this is, what is the point of spending the money on the product just so you can turn around and destroy your own property? Great protest you've done there. Great service you've done, because this month you made Bud Light more money because you made it a point to spend money on the product and then destroy it. Which in a couple of months, everybody's going to forget about this shit and everybody's going to be drinking their beer back in a couple of months. So whatever the fuck you're doing, just fucking save it. Save it, because you're not doing anybody any service by destroying the property that you're protesting about. You've already paid for the product. What's the purpose of destroying the product that you've already paid for? You think they're going to fucking be like, oh my goodness, look at all our clients. They are destroying the product that they've already paid for. You think Bud Light's going to fucking do that? All of you who've decided to destroy the property that you bought just to prove a point, you proved a point, all right. You done it. You proved the point that you are a fucking idiot. Thinking you're doing a great service to the cause. But I'm allowed to have this opinion because I live in the greatest state of California, the greatest state any civilization has ever known in the past, the greatest, the most amazing contribution to the whole country. Without California, the whole country will fall apart. There, I said it. Without California, the whole country will fall apart. My guess is, and I'm not a fucking expert on economics. I don't even know what my economics is. I don't even know what my budget is. Put it this way. I don't know anything about budgeting. We go day by day spending what we make. Why? Especially nowadays. There is no fucking time to save money. Why? Because of the whole turmoil the world is going in. Is that a real word? Is that a real sentence, what I just used? I don't know. But the way things are looking right now, not only because of the whole LGBTQ Bud Light thing that I was saying. So my whole point about, let me just close this thought on the Bud Light. So the whole point about Bud Light is, you are not doing any service by destroying the property that you've acquired, that you've already paid for. It does absolutely nothing for the cause that you're trying to advocate for. All it does is just enrage people even more, saying, I'm going to do that the same shit too because I hate those squares. I mean, you hate them so much, but I want to understand why. You know what? This is where I'm at. I'm very inclusive that I don't even have to think about it. This is how much of a human being and how much of an understanding that others have different lives and live different lives and have different meaning to things that they do, right? This is how much I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your gender. I don't give a fuck about the food you like. And I don't give a fuck about what you fuck. So there's no need for you to come tell me what you're fucking. Because I will not judge you by what you're fucking. I will judge you by how you treat me. Not the person over there. Me. How are you going to treat me? If you act like a fucking entitled piece of shit, whatever the entitlement is, well, then that's what you are. An entitled piece of shit. And I'm not judging you by what you do or by what you look like. I'm only judging you by how you're treating me. The very first, if you want me to treat you like a decent human being, whatever you might be, I suggest the first 3 words that come out of your fucking dirty pie hole, it better be something respectful towards me. And now that doesn't mean you putting your hands together and asking and begging for shit from me. No. That doesn't mean that. That just means you be polite. The first 3 words, like, hey, what's up? That's it. Nothing, hey, I'm this and I'm that, so please accept me. There's no need for that. If you come at me with that, all you're going to get is just like, okay. Hey, what do you want me to do? Why do I need to know what you want to fuck? You know, that's the first thought in my head. Why do I need to know what you want to fuck? Simple as that. There's no need for anybody to know who you want to fuck. Simple as that. I think we went in a different direction where we were going. But summer is around the corner, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary folk. 4 weeks ago, we sat here and complained about how cold it was. We complained a lot about how cold it was this winter. Now that summer's here, now we're going to complain because you're going to start seeing my titties start to sweat. My forehead, it's sweating. My upper lip is sweating. But God damn it, this room is so much better than where our 2 Cents podcast started, on a fucking parking lot in my car, hot as shit. And then we moved on to a shed, which was even hotter than shit. And now we're in this lovely room, which it gets hot, but not as shit. It just gets hot. It's bearable. I can bear this heat. When I was in the fucking shed, I could not bear that heat. That heat sucked. But anyways, that's that. And Fed Now is here, I guess. I see, like, the whole Fed Now thing, they're sneaking it in there because there's a lot of people, and I work with older dudes that do construction, right? Like, fucking real man from back in the days. Although I work with some bitches that they bitch too much about bitching. People bitch so much, dude. It's just, I don't understand how you live your life just bitching all the time about everything that comes your way on the job. You've been there for so many years. It's definitely been more than 3 years. And if you know that this has been happening since year 1, why complain about it? But that's not where I was going. Where was I going with this thought? That was a different thought that I was thinking. I was thinking about talking Fed Now. Oh, yeah. Because the people that I work with, they're not aware. There's only a selected 2, and I'm including myself in those 2. There's a selected few at my job that are actually paying attention where our monetary situation is going. A lot of the people that I work with, I should say most of them, there's only one of them that actually knows. Maybe there might be another one that knows, but I'm not sure. I haven't had the chance to talk to him lately. But that is a scary thought, that these motherfuckers, they just snuck it in there right when we were at the door of it. It's when I learned about it. And they've been saying this for the longest. The Americans wants to do the same shit China's doing to combat what they're doing. I don't know how you're going to combat doing the same thing. It's only going to make it the same way. You should come up with your own shit. But that's not the point of that. The Fed Now is basically the same thing as Cash App. So, Cash App being what it is, it's the sampling of what the digital dollar is going to convert into. That's scary. Meanwhile, I think, you know what they shut it down with? They shut all that down with the whole fucking Trump case thingamajigger that's going on with him, right? Because every news fucking station was only talking about that. They did not mention a single word about Fed Now. Now, they might have mentioned it, but they just probably briefly said, oh, Fed Now it's coming up, right? But they didn't mention it. The only thing that they've mentioned about that is the Cash App, one of the top Cash App guys, the creator, I guess, the creator of the Cash App, or I don't know what it is, but the director, CEO, Cash App dude, I forgot his name. Apparently, he was stabbed to death. There is a video of him going up to a hotel counter and just like right there, just asking, oh, help me. Nobody wanted to help him because if you see a dude bleeding on the street, I'm not going to fucking put myself in that type of danger. I'm going to get the fuck out of fucking Dodge and not look back because I don't want to be involved in such situation. But having said that, that is an asshole move to do, an asshole move to take, an asshole move action to take, I should say, right? Because you're supposed to help others, especially if they're in distress. But in the type of economy that we live today, and the Cash App dude, hey, you were living your best life. You came up with something good. But you know what's weird? a lot of them, not a lot, but quite a few of them of the crypto billionaires, online billionaires, all those dudes that made a lot of money online, they're popping up dead. There was another crypto guy that came up dead, like in the ocean. Oh, he drowned. I don't know. He drowned. No one knows. And now this other guy, that's two that I know that are like way up there, right? So what is going on? So basically, like I said, Fed now, they say it's basically the same shit as Cash App. Now, if the owner of Cash App, founder, whatever he is, of Cash App was the one that was saying, you know what, I'm not going to let you use my shit because this is mine. I created this, so you don't get to use it without my consent or anything like that. Well, what is the next best move? Get rid of them. Get rid of that bug that's in our way of what we gotta do. It's just simple as that. They got this thing that they saw that they could use, and because they saw that this dude was making it work, and it worked. And they figure, well, if he can do it, why not us? And here we are. But the people who know, at least in my job, right? The people who know at my job about the whole Fed Now deal, they kind of feel like a chicken with their heads cut off, because they feel like it's, where is it going? What's going to happen? Is everything going to be the same? They're now going to be able to track everything I do. They will know what I buy. They will know when I buy it. They will, if they have a problem with me, they can take it away. They will have full control of everyone, is what they're saying, right? But my question to everybody is like, it's not like, but it's my question to everybody is, aren't they already doing that? They control what you buy with your social security number, with something called your credit score. Your credit score at 750 is top of the line credit score. That's what credit score. Your credit score represents how good you are at paying. But if your credit score is low, you can't buy a house. We're already doing the shit that we are scared of. They already know what you're buying, with the exception today that you have access to cash. You have access to physical money, right? With that exception, right? But you cannot make a major purchase without putting your social security up front. You cannot buy a car without using your social security. You cannot buy a house without using your social security. And obviously food. Well, I mean, there's people that don't use cash on their day-to-day life. So that's that. They've already got access to that. Now, I'm pretty sure they have access to shutting down all your credit cards where you won't be able to buy any food. And they have done it to people. We've seen it 1, 2 eyes. I don't know how many times, but we've seen it happen. We've seen people complain about the government canceling their fucking cards, their money, whatever. They could do that. Now, the problem now would be that there's no cash. But I guess that's what people are scared about, right? That they won't be able to have that option. But what are you going to do? Like I'm saying, like I'm worried about it, right? I too worry about it. But then I ask myself, why are you worried about it? What are they preventing you from doing now that it could prevent you from keep doing in the future? Well, for one is if we say that the government is trying to control us, trying to control your mind, trying to control your brain, trying to control everything about you. If we say anything of that sort, well, we won't be able to buy food that week, right? Until we put our social credit score up. And people can do that if people make a lot of noise online about you. Your whole day-to-day life it's probably going to change because people are going to know you're an asshole, because people online are going to be calling you an asshole. But how real would that be? I don't know. I don't know if it would be real because I wonder if my neighbors, if I'm on TikTok and my neighbors are on TikTok too, is there some way somehow for them to get the same videos that I'm getting? Probably not. It's probably different. So my neighbors wouldn't know that I got canceled unless something went very, very viral. Then they probably would know, hey, that guy got canceled. That's my neighbor. And then that's how people find out, because your neighbors rat you out. God damn it. Now we are on the loop. But I don't know. There's that. The Fed now with the Cash App deal. I don't know if they're tied together, but it's just weird. It looks just weird. And Bud Light going trans and people trying to cancel Bud Light, saying, we're done with Bud Light. We are not going to consume this crap anymore. This misogynist. No, they're not using misogynist, but this controlling freaks that want to control the world and make our kids gay. But anyways, I wonder where it's going to go. So there's that. And the other thing that I don't see much talk about is the whole Taiwan and China deal. Apparently, this shit just got weird. It's getting even more weird because apparently China and Taiwan are at a standoff. They are staring at each other in the nose. This is like when fighters, the night before the fight, they do the standoff, right? They stare at each other and start talking shit to each other. This is what that equals to. So China and Taiwan, they're just looking at each other in the face, just saying, make your move, bitch. I'll make my move when you make your move. But nobody's making a move right now until something gets really bad enough, and then somebody's going to have to make a move. Someone's going to push the right buttons, and someone's going to make a move. Whether it's the right one or the wrong one, it's going to be a move. And that's going to trickle down to it. I don't know. It just seems like it's time to duel it out to figure out who's going to be the power of the world. Who will be the power of the world is what we all want to know. Now, there is 3 that are in the running to become the power. One of them not so much, but nonetheless 3. So it is the greatest nation of the world, goddamn America, and China, and Russia, right? America, the greatest nation in the world, being the one that's in first place at the moment. I don't even know if we're in the first place at the moment because of BRICS. Now, you see, my algorithm takes me on a ride. It just puts me on a place where I'm anxious. I get anxiety about the whole situation. And it makes me feel like, what do I do? Do I run? Do I stay? What do we do? If nothing happens and I ran, well, then you fucked up. But if something happens and I don't run, well, you also fucked up. So I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do to be in the right situation. But for now, this seems right. This seems right to hold it out there. But like I was saying, my algorithm takes me on a ride. Like maybe the last 2 months or so, it had me on an algorithm where I was thinking that the American dollar was done. That was it. There's no hope because the yuan is going to take it out. The yuan, whatever the fuck it's called. That one. But that nonsense that China's building. I was worried about it. And now my algorithm has brought me back to have faith in the greatest nation of the world. On the greatest nation of the world. Goddamn America. How sweet it is to be loved by the Americas. America loves me, and I love America. Anyways, it was pretty scary. Now I'm in an algorithm where I have peace of mind because my algorithm told me, if you think the dollar is over for the dollar, if you think it's over for the dollar, well, think again. And that made me think again. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? This whole FedNow deal is what they're going to do to combat that shit. And if it works, all those African countries that were ditch the dollar because next month it's not going to be worth nothing. I'm going to ditch the dollar. Yeah, right, buddy. Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming that the sticks and stones that you use for currency is going to work. Africa has nothing but sticks and stones as currency, and they think that's going to be better. Although I will say the stones are of gold. So that's probably going to work better for them than it will work for us. But again, I don't know where things are going. The world seems to be on fire. China and Taiwan are in a standoff as of Sunday. They were on a standoff, which was yesterday. They were on a standoff today. Well, we'll see how fucking the cookie crumbles today. And that's that. And the whole deal with Ukraine and Russia has not stopped. And now Finland, who has one of the biggest border with Russia, has been acquired by NATO. And where is that going to put the whole situation on that side of the planet? Well, but the good thing is that all the wars have never been fought in American soil. That's the greatest thing. That's what gives me hope. That's what gives me drive. I don't know what kind of drive that gives me, but that gives me that. Anyways, it is Monday the 10th. It is a third into April. And we're almost, Jesus Christ, we're at the fourth month of the year. We're already past the first quarter of the year. We are en route for that second quarter, which would put us at half of the year. And ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce that I am content where I have put myself. And I've been thinking about it. I need to do more so I can put myself in another better situation in the coming years. Because like I said, I've been pretty successful, not monetarily, but I've been successful in the goals that I've put out forth for myself. And it's the only way it works, to have goals and to have aspirations for things that you want to do. But anyways, this was it for today. I thought I'd come here and give you a little piece of my mind because I had things to say that I wanted to say that I never said because I forgot what I wanted to say. But this was it, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folk. This was our 2 cents with your host, Oscar. Deuces.